It's not the big purchases that break a relationship. It's the quiet sacrifices no one talks about. The coffee you gave up so they could have theirs. The extra hours you worked so they could breathe. And one day you realize you've been keeping score. If you've ever said it's fine when it wasn't, or told yourself, I'm doing this for us, while secretly hoping they'd notice, you're not alone. This is the part of love most couples don't want to look at. And it's exactly why it keeps breaking them apart. In every relationship, there's an invisible book. A mental record of every sacrifice, compromise, and extra effort. When the balance feels fair, we don't notice it. But when it feels one-sided, that ledger becomes poison. The problem? Most of us never say. I feel like I'm giving more than I'm getting. We just keep adding to the silent list until it becomes resentment. Money stress amplifies this. Every dollar you give up, every luxury you cut, every second job you take becomes part of the emotional math. And if your partner doesn't acknowledge it, the sacrifice doesn't feel noble anymore. It feels like theft. Here's the trap. Silent giving often comes with unspoken expectations. You think, I'm giving this up, so they'll give something up too. But if they don't, not because they're selfish, but because they didn't know, that unfulfilled expectation hardens into resentment. The Stoics would say, the value of a gift lies not in its price, but in the freedom with which it is given. In love, this means asking yourself, am I giving this freely? Or am I attaching an invisible debt to it? Because debts unspoken are almost always paid in bitterness. You can't erase the ledger overnight, but you can stop adding to it. That means speak up before the resentment forms. Agree on shared sacrifices so both feel the weight equally. Recognize each other's efforts, even the small ones. When both people see and value the sacrifices being made, the ledger stops being a weapon and starts being a record of the ways you've had each other's back. Because when sacrifices go unseen, love doesn't just bruise, it slowly corrodes in silence. You give, you bend, you carry the weight. But when those efforts vanish into the shadows of daily life, resentment begins to whisper, and intimacy quietly fades. It's not the absence of love that destroys us, but the feeling of being invisible within it. And in our next episode of Love Under Pressure series, we're opening the door to one of the hardest truths couples face. When debt becomes a third partner in the relationship. We'll talk about how financial strain doesn't just empty your bank account, it empties your emotional reserves, builds walls where trust should stand, and leaves both partners feeling more like adversaries than allies. But there is hope. Together, we'll uncover how to stop money from stealing the tenderness, the partnership, and the sacred bond that first brought you together. Thanks for being here with the Stoic Quotient, where ancient strength meets modern life. Subscribe and hit that notification bell for the next episode.